I'm gonna roll here. I had the distinct pleasure of introducing at Women on the Fence, Erica Diamond. Erica has more decorations than General Pat, and I'm not going to go through her whole litany of everything that she has, but one thing that I saw of hers that really touched me, that she has especially today on Cancer Awareness Day, we're supporting that with her jeans and stuff. She does a video on a breast cancer scare that she had that just was very, very touching. So when you go look for her later, go find that video. And without further ado, this is Erica again for you. Forward backwards. Erica Diamond.
Thank you. Okay. Well, there. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad to be here. Finally, an awesome conference in my own city. I usually have to travel, so I'm really proud and happy to be here today. I'm going to be talking to you about why it's good to fail. So show me a show of hands in the audience. Who here has failed? Let's see. Wow, a lot of you. Awesome. Okay, good. Well, I want to tell you that failure is a prerequisite to your success. Okay? Failure is a prerequisite to your success. And if you haven't failed, you haven't lived. Okay? I'm going to be telling you my story of numerous failures today. And I believe they live together. They coexist together. Failure and success. I am a success coach. I coach people around the world on how to be successful in life and business. And I couldn't have gotten to my level of success without failing. And I continue to fail every day, and it's what keeps me grounded and humble and motivated and hungry. So my wisdom and my advice comes from my story. I was born on April 7th, 1975, to two very dedicated and devoted parents. My mom was nurturing and devoted and was a therapist and a teacher. My dad was an astute businessman. And they were very different, but they were very unified when it came to raising me. I learned the value of $1 early. When I received my allowance as a little girl, it was half to spend and half to save. And moreover, I knew from the moment I was pushed out of the womb that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I knew it. I was an only child. I'd play in the basement, and everything I played, all my play was always me owning something. I owned a clothing store. I owned a restaurant. I would play by myself. I had no siblings. It was me in the basement, lining up my dolls, talking to them, going over with my tray and saying, "How can I help you? What would you like to order?" It was me by myself all the time. I just always remember being alone. But I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and the entrepreneur in me was cultivated at a very young age. And moreover, my parents gave me all the resources and the encouragement it took for me to spread my wings and just do what I want to do. So fast forward to my 20s, I had always known I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I was in McGill doing a major in psychology and a minor in marketing, and I was driven. My dream was to go to MBA school, graduate from McGill, get a great job, go to MBA school, get great work experience as some marketing manager at some great company, and then hopefully start my own company. Well, the great job came, and MBA school didn't. I completely bombed my GMATs. I took my GMATs test, and I failed. And I was devastated, because when you get a failure for someone who's such a planner like myself, it was completely devastating. But my mom, the therapist, she always says to me, and I would like to quote you, Mom, is that everything always happens for a reason. The good, the bad. And she always says whenever there's something bad that happens, the message is, what is this here to teach you? What am I going to learn from this? Why is this in my life? So I said, you know what? I was living at home. Don't make fun of me. I was 24 years old and still living at home. And I took that failure from my GMATs as a chance. I said, I'm going to seize the opportunity. Now is my time. I'm going to become an entrepreneur. So I cashed out $5,000 from savings. I was living at home. I think I was making $26,000 a year at Future Electronics. If you're from Montreal, you've probably heard of the company. I was in the West Island. There's got to be someone here, right, who started at Future. Okay, it was a great company, and I had very good times there. So at the time, my husband, he was not my husband at the time, he was my boyfriend, and he called me and said, "What's up for today? How you doing?" I said, "Guess what? I just quit my job. I'm going to start my own business." And I heard him say, "What?" I said, yeah, I'm going to do that. Because if you're an entrepreneur, you know we're sometimes very impulsive. So he says, "Oh, are you sure? I'm not sure that's a great idea." What I didn't know is he had just gone to purchase my engagement ring that morning. And he was counting on my salary, of course, as a married couple, to help support our life, right, together. So I couldn't understand. I was so pissed. I said, like, you don't believe in the dream, you don't believe in me, and I was so mad. Little did I know that he was counting on that $26,000 for the union. But we are impulsive and we make plans, and entrepreneurs, we go. So I did that. I quit my job. I got on a plane for the New York Gift Show, and I sort of faked my way into the New York Gift Show. I made some fake business cards. I did. And then I came back and I called everyone that I knew. And on August 23rd, 1999, I started my Promotional Products Company. And the rest is history. I called everyone I knew and I never looked back. So the point about this is my GMAT failure had led to my success of my first company. So when I started the business, I always say we always have to be our own cheerleader, okay? And we can't let the naysayers hold us back. So I didn't even let this naysayer hold me back. Let me give you a little bit of advice. To this day, I've had 2 businesses. No one has ever co-signed for me in anything. I've done everything myself. I've always been alone. So I was working at Future at the time. Someone got wind I was going to start my own business, and I got this on October 27th, 1999. My first and to date last hate mail, unless I'll get another one today, I don't know. So far, it's been the only one. Okay, my maiden name is Erica Mintz. My married name is Erica Diamond, so this is me. And as you can see, this is the original paper that I liquid papered out, so you guys don't know who the email address is. Okay, Erica, and to this day, I have no idea who it is. Okay, Erica Mintz, having known you and knowing what a snob you can be, I can only say I really hope you don't make a profit and that your business goes down within the next 6 months. If my guess is right, your parents are financing all of this anyways. Truth be told, your personality is not that of entrepreneur, but of bitch. No customer unless you start being a hooker. Mange la merde. So if you're not from Montreal, mange la merde means eat shit, exactly. Okay, but I didn't let even that hate mail deter me from starting. We entrepreneurs, we do it no matter what. We're tenacious. So I did that, had a great run, won some really nice awards. I became a Profit Hot 50 company, one of Canada's emerging growth companies. I was the only female CEO on the list. Top 30 under 30, a top 40 under 40 Entrepreneur Award. And then what happened? I got pregnant. I pushed out this baby boy, and holy crap, did my life change. I was growing and growing and growing and growing, have a baby, down, 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 down. Well, not down, but pretty much plateauing. And so I gave birth to my beautiful son in September 2003. And I looked at him and I said, my goodness, I'm a mom. I have one chance to do this right. So I really did try to do it right. And I tried to manage my company and my employees and being a mom. And again, I just felt myself failing and sinking further and further as time went on. And I remembered my turning point. I was standing in my vestibule and my mom looked at me, and I was pregnant again with my second son and holding my first baby boy. And my mom, and I started to cry, and I said, I can't do this. I can't do this. So she said, again, this is here for a reason. What's meant to be will be. And I said, I'm an entrepreneur, and entrepreneurs never stop being entrepreneurial. And it was my time, and I seized the moment. And just at that time, I got, as they say, an offer you couldn't refuse. And Canada's largest retail chain of bags was courting me to purchase my business, and I sold that in 2006. All I wanted to do in 2006 was just do nothing. I stayed in PJs for pretty much 3 years. It was awesome. All I wanted to do was just stay home and do nothing. So I did that, and I was a mom, and I enjoyed being a mother, and I said, I will have my time again. Fast forward to September 2009, and that entrepreneurial itch, it was back big time. I said, what can I do? I'm so on the fence. I don't want to work for anyone. My husband said, come work for me. I said, we'll end up divorced. So I said, I'm so on the fence. And I met Grumble Girl. Where are you, Tracy? I know she's here. Tracy. Tracy is the reason for all of this. I met her one day at a women's luncheon from a mutual friend, and I said, what do you do? She says, I'm a blogger. I said, I've heard of a blogger. What's a blogger? So she says, we write about our life. And I said, my God, my life is definitely not interesting enough for anyone to want to listen. But I love the platform that it gave me to create change and to make a difference in the world. So I envisioned a hub where women could come and get inspired and enlightened, and along with me, take the jump off the fence and stop being stuck and get unstuck and take the jump to our happiness. So the day, September 11th, actually 2009, I wrote my first blog post, and I knew I was home. I knew I had unlocked my passion, and found my calling. So I look at that again. My first failure, MBA school, brought me to my company number 1. My failure of my company number 1 to throw in the towel led to my business number 2. But here's the thing about failure. Failure and success, as I said, coexist together. And what happens is we often don't risk because we're afraid of failure, okay? So that we're our own worst enemy, and this fear of failure often holds us back from risking. But after you've done the work, you have to, at some point, take the leap of faith, okay? And you have to do the work and take a calculated risk. I say it's not just risking and taking the leap and leaping and the net will appear. It's about taking a calculated risk and letting it go and doing your best to go on with your life. The last quick thing I want to say before I leave is I was recently in at the Oprah Winfrey taping in Toronto, and Tony Robbins was there, and I definitely didn't I want to say, I'm going to sound like I copied him, but I didn't copy him because I believe what he says, but I will tell you what he says. He says, we don't talk about failure. No one talks about it. So what are some of the excuses people give when they fail and they don't succeed? Not enough what? I failed because I didn't have not enough what? Not enough time, money, technology, resources. I didn't have enough time. And what he said about success and failure is the people that people blame failure, failure is not a result of lack of resources, but rather failure is a result of lack of resourcefulness. And it's true. People who are successful, they are tenacious and they are resourceful. And therefore, resourcefulness is the cure to failure. Okay, so the last thing before I leave is one of my qualities, again, of an entrepreneur is we are very tenacious. Summer 1987, Dirty Dancing was the hot movie of the summer, and I was obsessed with it and watched it, 50, 100 times. And if you remember, there was the lift, right? Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze, Johnny and Baby. And I never would let myself quit on anything. I was tenacious, and today I still credit that for where I've come, is being tenacious and just ass-busting work. So that's me in the white bathing suit, and that's my best friend, Sandy. And I said, Sandy, we've got to learn how to do the lift. We got to do it. So she's like, I don't know. So we would go every day to our friend's pool after school every day, and we would practice the lift. And she'd say, Erica, you're so annoying. Just leave me alone already. I said, no, we are going to nail the lift. So again, success, tenaciousness, resourcefulness. We wouldn't stop. We finally got it. There's me posing. Someone grabbed it. I was straight, but whoever, our friend that took the picture, got me on the way down. But I tried, I got it, and I encourage you to not be afraid of failure, to go for it, to take a calculated risk, leap, and the net will appear. A final stat for you to know is a VC, a venture capitalist, would always rather, this is a stat, would rather invest in someone who has attempted to start a company and failed than someone who has never ever started. So keep that in mind, and I want to read you one thing, which is my absolute favorite book in the world, to send you off to the stars, to reach for all your success and not fail. And that is an excerpt from Dr. Seuss, Oh, the Places You'll Go. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. So be your name Buxbaum, or Brixby or Bray, or Mordecai Ali Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Thank you.